Bob and Michelle Duggar raised their 19 kids in a devout Baptist home, which came with a host of strict and questionable guidelines. And with a family this size, there's bound to be some arguments. But over the years, as more scandals tarnish the Duggars' reputation, many of their children have seemingly distanced themselves from their parents and the stricter guidelines they had to abide by in childhood. Things allegedly reached a boiling point after their eldest son Josh's conviction on pornography charges, which saw their relationship shatter into pieces. So let's find out which Duggar children are estranged from the family. Viewed as the black sheep of the clan, Amy Duggar earned a reputation of being the rebellious cousin on 19 Kids and counting on. Amy would make regular appearances, often providing a contrast to her cousin's strict upbringing. She was always outspoken regarding her uncle's strict rules for his children, even implying that he was hypocritical for enforcing such regulations. In March 2020, when her interview with the YouTube channel Without a Crystal Ball was taken down, Amy accused the Duggars of silencing her. "I've said it once, I'll say it again. A woman's voice should never be silenced," she wrote on Twitter. The same July, she told Entertainment Tonight that she felt at peace after growing apart from her cousins. "I think we're all just trying to find our path, and we're all just doing things differently," she explained. While responding to a fan's rude comment, urging her to have more children in October 2020, Amy, who welcomed son Daxton with husband Dylan King in 2019, threw a little shade at the Duggars, who leave it up to God to decide the size of their families. "A woman's body is not a factory," she said. Though many of her cousins, including Jill, Jinger, and Jessa, have their own large broods, Amy, who's also an only child, is happy with having only one kid. In September 2021, Jim and Michelle's niece raised eyebrows when she shared an image of large balloons spelling out, "It's okay to cut off toxic family for your own well-being." In the caption of her Instagram post, she added, "It's not easy, but necessary." The boutique owner also spoke out against her cousin Josh by insisting he should serve the ultimate sentence ahead of his child pornography trial sentencing. "Please just pray that Josh Duggar will be given the ultimate sentence, 20+ years," she wrote on her Instagram stories. 12.5 years isn't enough, Amy argued in a statement following her cousin's sentencing, "but I hope that every single second he's there feels like an eternity." Amid her husband Derek Dillard's ongoing feud with her father, Jill began to distance herself from the Duggars when she left the TLC series in 2017. She has openly criticized her family over the years and has been candid about what happened behind the scenes of 19 Kids and Counting, which severed her bond with her parents. Since then, she's carved out her own path and taken a strong stance against the patriarch's various conservative rules, which meant making bold, fashionable choices, choosing to speak openly about her sex life, drinking alcohol, and sending her kids to public school. In an interview with People in 2020, Jill held resentment toward her famous father, explaining that he dictated every aspect of her early life. "Our control to choose what jobs we were allowed to accept, and even where we were allowed to live, was taken away from us," she recalled. "The first few years of our marriage, we spent time and money working toward opportunities, only to hit a dead end when we'd be told, 'Well, you're not allowed to do that,'" Derek chimed in. Another Duggar daughter, Jinger, isn't far behind when it comes to calling out her parents' controversial style of raising children. She slammed her upbringing in her new book, Becoming Free Indeed, writing, "I realized that some of what I had been taught was hurtful and untrue. I knew I needed to speak publicly about this because I promoted teachings that I now believe are damaging." The former TLC star recalled how she chose to speak up and break the Duggar mold in her marriage despite being told to be subservient. For the first year of her marriage with husband Jeremy Vuolo, she recalls never expressing an opinion, as her upbringing taught her to perform for her future spouse in order to keep him faithful. Ginger never revealed her parents' reaction to her book, but admitted that she experienced considerable pushback as a result of her literary debut. The speculation of a possible feud between another Duggar daughter, Jessa, and her family began when she was noticeably absent from all of the important family functions. Her husband, Ben Seawold, threw shade at his in-laws too, while giving sermons at Emmanuel Baptist Church in Springdale, Arkansas in November 2022. Ben reportedly spoke about the dangers of being involved in a false religion. Throughout the lecture, the former reality star discuss people who act righteous and condemn others while justifying their own negative behavior to avoid taking accountability. The father of four slammed people who seek praise from the public for their faith, but don't live by the same morals behind closed doors. Though he never mentioned names, it's not hard to guess his criticism was directed toward his own in-laws. Jessa confirmed that she's on good terms with at least some of her family members when she reunited with Michelle and her 8 sisters this April. The older everyone gets, the busier life gets, which means it's always extra special when we manage to get all 9 of us sisters plus mom together again in the same place at the same time. She captioned a photo from their gathering on Instagram. Despite the ongoing tensions within the Duggar household, it looks like the women were all able to put things aside to reunite and celebrate Jana's birthday, and fans couldn't get over how rare it was to see all the Duggar women together. We hope the entire family can start to repair their fractured relationships and figure out how to get along without the overwhelming media attention and pressures of Josh's trial. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe to our channel for more great content.